and welcome to today's class. I hope the new year has been kind to you and you are back into the spirit of sort of exercising and getting fitter. Today we are going to be working on upper body, so we are going to be using the dumbbells. If you haven't got dumbbells, you can just use like 2 bottles of water or cans of beans or something like that. Something that is not too heavy. We don't want anything too heavy. So 1 kilo, 2 kilo maximum. I wouldn't go any heavier than that because they do get heavy, even the light ones, as we go on. You can, as always, do all the exercises without the dumbbells, without any weights. That's absolutely fine. So if you think that it might be a bit too much, just do them without. If you've got any shoulder, elbow, wrist, neck injuries, please maybe leave the class to another day or be extra careful. As I said, do the class without the weight. You can still benefit from that arm movement. So I think that's it. We are ready to go. So make sure you've got some water. You just need the ball. I meant to say, if you haven't got the ball, you can always do the warm-up standing or sitting on a chair. That's absolutely fine. All movements, most of them anyway, can be done standing up, like we sometimes do standing anyway. So that's all, and let's get going. So let's start with the bands and a swim to loosen up that upper body nicely. So as always, just check that your feet are level with each other. You've got no more pressure on one foot than the other, and try and sit on the ball nice and level as well. Remember to keep breathing. So ideally you breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Good, and we're going to do those backward circles. So one arm at a time, nice big circles. Great. And let's go forward. Very good. So let's lift both of those arms. We're going to send one arm forward, one arm back. Remember, you don't have to bounce if you don't want to, and you can lift one of those legs if you want. If you don't worry. So try and make sure that you bounce nice and straight, or as straight as you can. Good, we'll change the direction. So first those arms, then the leg. So your ribcage can twist a little bit. That's absolutely fine. Brilliant, well done. And let's stop. So just check that your feet are level. Let's have those hands in front as if you hold your reins, and let's twist that pelvis, so pushing the button. For those who are new, well, the reason why it's called push the button is that when you learn this exercise, you may want to imagine there's a button in front of your knee and you want to just gently push it with that knee. So as if you've got 2 buttons and you push each button separately. So that's why it's called this. So make sure your pelvis is just twisting backwards and forwards, not up and down. And your upper body and your hands should stay completely still. So if you look at your fists, they should not be sliding backwards and forwards together with the legs. Great, okay, and let's stop. Good job. Okay, so let's go side to side. Pop your arms out to the side, nice and tall in your upper body. Lift one of your legs if you want, and let's go side to side. Nice and slow, make sure you are in control of that movement. So if you are standing exactly the same way without lifting the leg, oops, and just try and move that pelvis side to side. That's it. And then we'll swap the legs in a moment. Right, and let's go again, side to side. Perfect, well done, and let's stop in the middle. Check your feet, hands on your hips, and let's go backwards and forwards. So just those, excuse me, pelvic rolls. So if you want to tuck your pelvis under and tailbone under and then push it away from you. Make sure that your knees are staying level with your hips, so we don't want to open those knees as we roll forwards or back. Good. Well done. Let's go a couple more times each way again. Great. And then let's stop in the middle. Okay, we're going to go for the circles. So lift those arms up over your head nice and tall. If you want to lift one of your legs, let's do that. And do 6 circles each way. So halfway we'll swap those arms and go around the other way. And last one. Well done. Stop in the middle, bring your hands behind your back, nice and tall, drop those shoulders, and let's go around the other way. Make sure that the movement happens from your core muscles and not sort of swinging that upper body in the opposite direction. Good, and one more. Well done, and stop. Good job. Okay. So let's just grab those dumbbells and let's get going. So we're just going to start with some arm circles, so you can again stand up or sit on the ball, it's entirely up to you. So just to loosen up the shoulders and start working on the shoulder strength a little bit. So we're just going to do arm circles. Make sure you've got enough space behind you so that you don't hit the wall. So have those dumbbells by your side, and then as you breathe out you're going to lift those arms above your head, circle them out to the side, and then bring them back to your hips again. So we're going to do 6 of those. Remember to stay nice and tall, so make sure you don't slouch. So using those abdominals and keep your legs nice and relaxed. So let's go for it. Breath in, breathing out, and in on the way down, and 2. 3. And 4. 5. Try not to arch your upper body. If you feel it's getting heavier and you feel like you are compensating, do those circles a little bit smaller. And last one, 6. Good. Well done. Good warm up. Right, let's stand up now. So move the ball out of the way. So this another exercise is for the shoulders as well. So we're going to have those arms nice and bent. So imagine you're holding your reins. So your elbows are close to your rib cage and you've got your dumbbells or your weights facing upwards. Now keeping those elbows bent, what we're going to do is lift the elbows, lift your forearms, and then back down. So those forearms only lift so that they are shoulder height, no higher than that. So make sure you don't just do this or that you don't do that. So again, let's go for it. Keeping your abdominals engaged. As you breathe out, lift those forearms, lift those elbows. Bring them down to the rib cage on the in-breath. So we're going to do 6 of those again. Keep your knees slightly bent, and as I said, abdominals are engaged. Let's go. Breathing out. And 2. 3. 4. 5. And last one, 6. Great, well done, good job. And relax those arms. So this is a good shoulder exercise. We're going to do the roll down, again holding the dumbbells. So rolling down, excuse me, so when you roll up, you're going to do a front raise. So just lifting those arms, nice and straight, shoulder height. So rolling down first of all, so on the out breath, you're going to bring the chin to your chest, rolling down, remember to soften your knees as low as you can. Take a big breath in and breathe out as you roll back up. And lift those arms up, shoulder height, and back down. So we're going to do 4 of those. Breathing out again as you go down. So because you've got the weight in your hands, that makes it a bit harder for your back to work. So we're strengthening the back at the same time. And on the out breath, back down on the in. And 2. Great. And 2 more. See if you can get a little bit lower each time you go down. And last one. And up. Great, well done. Okay, so we're going to do side bends. You can keep each weight in each hand, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, pop the weight in one of your hands. If you've got weight one in each hand, you will have to go left and right. If you've got the weight in just one hand, we'll just go to one side, do 5, and then we're going to swap. So whichever one you do, decide which one's easier for you, or harder, depends how much of a workout you want. So if you've got 2 weights in one of the hand, it's going to be a little bit harder. Remember, because we've got the weight in our hands, we need to breathe in on the way down and then out as we come up, because that's the harder part, okay? So 5 to each side. Let's go. Breathe in as you come down. And out. And 2. Try not to allow the hips to move to the side. And 3. And last one, make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. And 5, good. So let's swap. If you are swapping, if not, just carry on side to side. Let's go the other way. Breathe in. And up. 2. And 3. 4. And last one, 5. Well done, good. Okay, we've got one last standing exercise, which is called the upright row. So you're going to have those dumbbells in front of you, so on your leg, on your thighs here. So the dumbbells are facing you. And then we're going to lead with the elbows. So we're going to bring those elbows up, and they'll be higher than the shoulders. So again, on the out breath, leading with the elbows up, and the dumbbell goes just up to the chest, and then back down on the in breath. So we're going to do 6 of those, keeping your knees slightly bent and tummy muscles switched on. Let's go. Breathing out. So elbows lead, and 2. Keep those shoulders nice and low if you can. And 3. 4. And 5. And last one, 6. Great, well done, good job. Okay, we're going to move down onto the floor, and we go on all fours to start with. So we're going to start with a lovely press up. So grab a drink, make sure you can see me, you need to adjust the screens. So the Pilates press up is a little bit easier than the normal one, but it's still is a good workout. So you're going to be on all fours, so make sure that your knees are under your hips and your hands are directly underneath the shoulders. So the way we press up here is just bending the elbows. We're not leaning back. When you go down, you need to make sure that your eye gaze is level with the tops of your fingers. So imagine it's a line above your fingertips, and that's where you need to be heading. Your elbows should be staying close to your ribcage, so not sticking out to the side as you go down and up. So it should look something like this. On the in-breath, bend your elbows, and then out as you push up. So you don't have to go all the way to the floor at all. Just go by how you feel and how strong you feel in your arms. So as I said, not sticking your elbows up. We're going to do 5 of those, and make sure you don't end up doing this, so we don't want to be leaning back and then forward. All the weight is in your arms, and you're just keeping your core muscles engaged so that you don't arch your back. So let's go. Breathe in as you go down, out as you come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. 5. Well done. Let's lean back, give those arms a little rest. Brilliant. So we come back up on all fours again. If this point your wrists are complaining, you can always come up on your fists. You will need a dumbbell now. So we have got a couple of movements. So first of all, we are going to be doing a side raise, and then we're going to go into a tricep workout, so the back of your arm. So best if I show you. So remember to keep those abdominals engaged, keep your back nice and straight, eye gaze to the floor. So we go out to the side, and then we lift the arm up to the ceiling. Keeping that arm straight or ever so slightly bent, but not bending them at all. So to the side and then back to the ceiling. So we're going to do 5, and then we will swap to the other side. If this is too much with the weight, just do it without. So let's go. Take a breath in. Breathing out. In on the way down and out. And 2. And 3. Four. Try and make sure that you don't twist in your rib cage. Well done, and then once more each way. 5. Great, well done. Let's swap the weight to the other side. So we'll do exactly the same with the other hand. So starts to the side and then up. Let's go. Just check those abdominals. And back. 2. 3. And 4. And once more each way. 5. Great, well done. Let's go into the child's pose again. One more time. Lovely. Okay, so let's get into the seated position. And let's go use those dumbbells again. So we're going to do a little bit of core work. We're going to be doing the seated roll back. Now, as I said before, if you are new to this or you find it too difficult, you can just go for the half one and then back up. So if you don't want to do the full one, keep your knees bent and just do the half movement. If you are doing a full one, we're going to straighten the legs. So what we're going to do, hold the dumbbells. We're going to roll down, roll up, and we roll up. We're going to punch twice to each side. So we're going to do this 5 times. So if you're just doing the half one, have the dumbbells in front of you, do a half roll, half up, and you go 1, 2, 1 and 2. And then you do the roll down again. So full one with the legs straight. Let's go for it. Sit nice and tall, take a breath in, and let's go rolling down. On the next out breath, you roll up. When you get up, 1 and 2, and then down again. Go quite sharp, not just a little punches, and down. And punch, and punch, and 3. Nearly said 2, so you'll have to do 1 more. And punch, punch, and 4. And punch. Good. 1 more time. And go for it. Well done. Good job. Okay. So next we go into the V-sit. So bend your knees. So what we're going to do here is bend the knees, lean back a little bit. So this is where you only have to go a little bit so that you can feel your tummy muscles being sort of activated. Then we're going to hold those dumbbells by the knees, and then we're going to pulse a little bit, like so. So we're going to do this 3 times. We're going to do 10 pulses, have a little break, and then repeat it again. Make sure you keep your shoulders nice and low, and if it gets too heavy with dumbbells, do it without, but see if you can just beat those arms. Keep your shoulders down, as I said. Try and just bring the shoulder blades together a little bit so that we are not all rounded forward. So, are you ready? Lean back, dumbbells level with the knees, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come up. Well done. And we lean back again. Same position. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Well done. And we go 1 more time in a moment. Lean back. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Don't come up, stay there. Count to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, that was sneaky. Okay, lie down on the floor, we'll have a little stretch. Good job. So, let's do some knee rolls. Don't have the dumbbells by your knees like me so that you can't do them. So bring your knees and your feet together, stretch those arms to the side, and just gently roll those legs side to side. You can turn the head the opposite way. So let's do 4 each way. Nice and slow. Make sure your shoulder blades stay on the floor. And 2 more each way. Good, well done. And last one. Brilliant, well done. And just stretch your legs quickly before we move on to the next. Again, put your arms over your head, that will stretch your tummy muscles a little bit more. If you point your toes as well, it gets even deeper. Okay, so bring those knees back again, hip width apart. Make sure those arms are relaxed, your eye gaze is up towards the ceiling. And let's just do some pelvic tilts to release the back a little bit. So on the out breath, you're just going to bring that belly button towards you, flatten the low back into the floor, and then on the in, roll the other way. Just be aware that you don't grip with your toes or lifting your toes or tense the shoulders or the legs. So lots of things to think about. Nice and slow movements. They don't have to be massive, so make sure you don't lift your bum off the floor just yet. Good, and let's do 2 more again each way. And then when you're done, stop in neutral position. Good. So if you can pop those dumbbells by your hips. So we're going to go into the shoulder bridge. We're going to lift up into the shoulder bridge and float those arms up to the ceiling, back down, roll down at the same time. So a little bit arm workout and your core as well. So I'll show you the first one. So you're going to roll up into the shoulder bridge, float your arms up, and then as they go down, you roll down together with your body, nice and slow. So that's why you control that movement of your arms. You don't just drop them down. So we're going to do 5 of those. Really take your time, don't rush it. If it gets too heavy with the weight, take them out. So let's go. Rolling the pelvis towards you, up into the shoulder bridge. On the out breath, float your arms up. And then you can go down on the in, upper body at the same time as your arms. And 2. Very good. And 3. I meant to say go down on the out breath as well, not in breath. Breathe in and out. Take a breath in and then out as you go down together with those arms. And 4. And last one. Very good. When you get down, stretch those legs out again. Well done. So the next next exercise again is going to be working your core as well as the muscles of your chest. Excuse me. If you find the tabletop position too difficult, you can just keep your legs on the floor. That's fine. So I'm going to show you the full version of this. Feet hip width apart. Remember, when you lift your legs into the tabletop, you need to keep your abdominals engaged, and we do one leg at a time, never together. So get ready, lifting one leg. and the other one on the second out breath. We've got those arms out to the side, and then slightly bend your elbows. We're going to bring the dumbbells above the chest together, and then out to the side again. So if this is too much for you, just have your arms out to the side, still keeping your abdominals engaged, and just do this exercise with those arms, but keeping your legs on the floor. We're going to do 8 of those. So get yourself ready, whichever position you have, on the out breath. And let's go, take a breath in, breathing out, in on the way down, and 2, 3, and 4. If at any point you feel your back hurting, you're not comfortable, just pop your legs down. 5, 6, and we have 2 more to do. 7, and last one. 8. Great, well done. Pop the legs down one at a time, keep your core engaged until the last leg is on the floor, and then stretch. Good. So the next movement we will be doing again with the legs in the tabletop. This is going to be a dead bug. So this is where you extend opposite arm, opposite leg. This is quite a tricky one. If you struggle with the dumbbells, do it without, because it is quite a difficult exercise. And again, those legs will be lifted in a tabletop position. If you struggle, you can just keep your arms on the floor and try and do a single leg extensions like so you don't have to use those arms. Just give it a go, see how you find it, and if it's too much, just go for an easier option. So let's go for it. So we're going to lift those legs into the tabletop again, one at a time, and then lift your arms, palms facing each other. No, actually away from you, sorry. And then as you breathe out, you're going to extend one arm and opposite leg, back on the in-breath. So again, make sure that your abdominals are engaged so that you're not arching your back or lifting the ribcage as you do the extension. We're going to do 5 on each diagonal. So let's get in a position. And your arms, drop those shoulder blades, and let's go, breathing out. Remember, the lower the leg and the arm, the harder it is. So if you want to keep it fairly simple, don't drop them too low. And 2, 3, and 4. Good, and then once more on each diagonal. 5. Brilliant, well done. Lower those arms down, and then one leg at a time again, and have a nice big stretch. Good. Pop your arms over your head. And then let's just stretch the back a little bit. So bring one of your knees towards you, then the other. You can bring the chin to your chest, give yourself a little hug. You can just roll side to side gently if you wish. That gives your back a little massage. Brilliant, well done. So we've got one last exercise on our back. So we're going to have both of the dumbbells above the chest like so. Now what we're going to do is extend those arms over the head like so. Bring them back. At the same time, we're going to extend one of the legs. The legs will be on the floor, so all you are doing is extending that arm as your leg as you stretch those arms, and then you swap the legs. So you'll be doing the same with the other leg. Now it seems simpler than the legs in the tabletop, which it is, but you still have to work your abdominals to make sure you're not twisting the pelvis. So keep them really engaged and to stop the ribcage from lifting when those arms go over. So we're going to do 5 on each leg. So with those arms 10 times, 5 times with each leg. You can do this with 1 dumbbell or no dumbbells at all. So let's get ready. Take a breath in and let's go. And 2. So just check that your pelvis is not twisting or lifting the lower back. And 3. Four. And once more on each diagonal, 5. Great, well done, good. Okay, we're going to roll onto the side now and do some exercises on the side. Grab a drink if you need one. Okay, so we're just going to go on the side, just do a few exercises. I'm just sliding away here. So you can use 1 dumbbell or 2. We're going to be in the side plank position. We're going to have the dumbbells on our hip and go up and down. So depending on how heavy you want to make yourself, put the dumbbells on your hips. So if you've got 2, you are extra 2 kilos heavier. But just you work in your bottom part of your waist. So in a side plank position, we're going to lift up and then just lower the hips up and down like so. We'll do this 10 times, so it's quite a tough one. So if you feel it might be a bit too much with the weights, just do it without. So make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulder and your head will stay in line with your spine. So make sure this is not dropping down or lifting up like this. You're going to be breathing in as you go down and out as you come up, and don't touch the floor with those hips. So just getting closer to the floor but not quite. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Well done, good job. Okay, so for the next one, we're just going to lie down for a bit, take the pressure off the shoulders. We're going to do scissors. So if you bring those legs forward, so we are in a banana position. Remember, when you're in this position, if you don't like being in this position like this, you can always put a little pillow just between your head and your arm if you would like to have your head a little bit straighter. If you feel that when you lift the legs, you're lifting the upper body or tensing, have that top arm in front of you just to support you a little bit. So we're going to lift those legs and then slide one forward, one back, so like a scissor movement. We'll do 10 of those. So if you struggle with the bottom leg lifting, just do the top one, not the bottom. So when you're ready, let's go. There's my little helper. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Good. Okay, so one more time we go into the side plank and we're going to be doing thread the needle. So you can do this with dumbbell or without, entirely up to you. And remember, you don't have to be in the side plank. You can do this with your hips on the floor. If you do, you just make sure that your ribcage is lifted, so we don't want to be sort of shortening the waist. So if you are on the floor, just lifting your arm and then you go under, twisting under, and then back up. If you want to be in a side plank, you need to lift the hips off the floor. We're going to do this 6 times. So whichever position you choose, let's get ready and go under and 2, 3, and 4. I'll try not to hit the cat at the same time, and 5, and last one, 6. Well done. Pop the hips down. Good job. Okay, so we're going to swap sides. So we will start off in the side plank position, like we did the first one. So make sure you are nice and straight. You've got those weights on your hips, if you wish. And we do 10 of those. So scratch, lift the hips up, and let's go 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Good, well done. Come down to the floor. Let's lie down into banana position and let's do the scissors. Normally, no. Okay, so bring those legs slightly forward. If you need some support, pop that hand in front and let's go 10 times. 1. Make sure that the pelvis is not rocking backwards and forwards. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, well done. Bring the legs down. Okay, we're going to go for the thread the needle. So into the side plank position again. If you are on the floor, just lift that rib cage up a little bit. So 6 of those. Arm up, and let's go under. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well done, good job. Down to the floor. Okay, we're going to go onto our tummy now from this position. It's an ideal movement. So we're going to be using the weight again, so have one each side. So we're going to be on our tummy. Arms will be in a capital E position. So that means your elbows are level with the shoulders or can be slightly below. Remember, when you lie on your tummy, you still have to keep your abdominals engaged to make sure that you don't put too much pressure on your lower back. So we're going to be going for a single and a double arm lift. So with your arms bent, shoulders nice and low, you're going to lift one arm at a time on the out breath. When you lift, make sure it's not the elbow and then the hand first. Try and lift both at the same time if you can help it. So we do 5 separately and then 5 together. Let's go. Breathing out. In on the way down. Trying to tense the legs or lift them up. And 2. Three, and remember when you lift one arm, the other one stays completely relaxed. And 4. And 5. And now we're going to go for both arms together. So exactly the same movement, just lifting them together. So ribcage and your head will stay on the floor. Let's go, breathing out. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and last one, 5. Good. Well done. Good job. Let's just stretch those arms forward. So now we're going to go for, again, single lift, but with those arms nice and straight. This is quite a tough one. If you struggle, don't do it with the weights. If you can't lift those arms at all, maybe just do a few more of the bent arm elbows. So some people struggle with having those arms straight and lifting them up as well at the same time. So just listen to your body. If it doesn't feel right, bend your elbows and carry on with the bent arm lift. So we're going to do 5 with each arm. So remember to keep those legs relaxed, tummy muscles engaged. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and once more each arm, 5. Well done, good job. Okay, so the next exercise, and it's the last one for your back, is going to be the dart. So this is where your hands are by your hips. We normally do this without the weights, but today we do it with the weights. So you've got your palms facing up the ceiling, and then we are going to lift the upper body off the floor, rotate those forearms to the hips, and then back down to the floor. So this is the only movement you are going to be doing. If you struggle lifting that upper body off the floor, you can just work those arms like so. You don't have to lift up. Just make sure you're not tensing your legs or lifting them up as well at the same time. We're going to do 8 of those. So squeeze those tummy muscles. Take a breath in. Keep extending your arms down towards your knees so we don't lift the shoulders up. Let's go. Take a breath in. Breathing out. And 2. So you should feel the shoulder blades being squeezed together as you lift. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And last one. 8. Well done. Drop those dumbbells. Let's go into the child's pose to stretch the back before we do the plank. So just sit on your heels and have a nice big stretch. Great. So the plank we will be doing will be on our hands, If you've got the cans or bottles of water, you may not be able to do this exercise because we will be actually using dumbbells to lean on, so you might have to just do this without. If you have got the weights and a soft mat so that you can actually be on your knuckles like this, then you can get on with it and try it. So we're going to be on our hands in a full plank position, extending one arm at a time together with the dumbbell. So if you find it too much with the dumbbell, do this without. Listen to your body. If the shoulders don't like it, as I said, do it without. You can do this on your elbows as well, obviously without the dumbbells. So you can just be on your elbows, extending one of your arms at a time. When you do this, try not to twist the body. It's going to do it, or it will want to. So using your core muscles, make sure that you stabilize yourself as much as possible. We'll try and do 10 on each arm. So let's go for it. Have your feet a little bit wider apart. That will give you more stability. And let's go. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and last one, 10. Well done. Bend your knees, good job. That was a tough one for the shoulders. Okay, so put the dumbbells down. We're going to just use the ball to stretch those arms, and I'm going to sit on the ball to finish off with the stretching. So, if you're happy to sit on your heels, please do. If you're not, you can just kneel up and then do the roll down like so without sitting on your heels. Or you can put a pillow or two underneath your knees. That's just going to lift you up a little bit. So, sitting on your heels, we're just going to roll forward a few times to each side, and then we're going to sit on the ball. So 4 times each way. So take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, let the ball stretch you forward, stretch those arms and your back. And back again. And 2. 3. And 4. Well done. Now move the ball to your left side. Let's stretch to the left. So you stay on your heels, just roll to the left a little bit. And 2. 3. And last one, 4. Well done, move the ball to your right leg. So nice and slow again to the right, so you should feel the stretch more in your left side. And 2. And 3. And last one, 4. Great, well done. So nice and slow, let's get on the ball, so sitting on the ball. Don't know what is going on with my mat here. So we'll just sit down. So we're going to just roll forward a couple of times. So have your feet a little bit more forward, And just like we do a normal roll down but sitting on a ball, so you're going to take a big breath in, rolling down, sliding your hands down towards your feet, and you can just try and straighten those knees. It's going to stretch the back of your legs. On the next out breath, you're going to roll up again, starting from the base of your spine into that seating position. Let's do 3 more of those. This is a really good stretch for your arms and for your back and the back of your legs. Good. And last one. Perfect. Rolling up. Brilliant. Well done. We're just going to stretch those arms a little bit more. So as you sit on a ball, bring your left arm, no, right arm in front of you and gently push it towards you. So that's going to just stretch that shoulder here. Try and keep the shoulder nice and low, so try not to lift it up. And try not to push on your elbow, so more on your upper arm. Good. And then we swap. So bring the left arm in front of you and gently push with your right one towards you. Great, well done. Bring your hands behind your back together, so we just want to sort of put them together, and then we want to push them away, so as if you want to squeeze those shoulder blades and lift those arms up. So I'm just lifting up a little bit. That's going to stretch the muscles at the front of your chest. Hopefully you can feel it there, but remember, down and away from you, so that you stretch the muscles here as well. Good, and then we do the same forward, so bring those hands together forward, separate the shoulder blades, and you can bring the chin to your chest but stay lengthened through that upper body, so we don't want to slouch. Well done. We're just going to finish with a few side bends. So on the out breath, you slide to one side, allow the hips to move the other way. Let's do about 3 each way. As far as you can go without falling off the ball, of course. Very good. And last one to each side. Great, well done. Here we are, all done. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you can feel that your arms have done something. Thank you for watching. Let me know again if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's fine. Any feedback is good. So yes, thank you for watching. Have a lovely week or weekend, and I will see you here next time. Take care.